we go. It's going to see Kinguin now.
One man.
I wanted to go that
One
far,
desire.
but I thought it might be a bit cringe.
One opportunity.
So with 3 sets of armor for Kinguin, you can see 2 utility players. And all of the people heading towards the B bomb side as well. You have to assume 2 smokes, 1 towards kitchen, maybe 1 towards short as well. And just bursting out with one of those flashbangs. You can see the CTs now. Only 1 player jumping up. It's going to be Kjaerbye. Now the execution comes in.
Yeah, 1 HE, and the defuse kit instantly gets wrecked and didn't really do a great deal of damage on the way down either. Dennis just rushes straight through, living up to his name, Dennis Beast. With 2 entry frags, he will be traded out from Nico, but the damage has surely been done. Bomb planted. No utility, no kits on the side of the CTs, and the defuse kits dropped on the opposite side of the bomb site as well. So this is not looking good for the CTs. They need to start picking up some frags. It's gone a one-on-one trade in the last couple of seconds, and maybe there's a glimmer of hope, but there's Scream once more. I was talking before about how good these guys are in the pistol rounds. It's all down to Nico. He's been spotted. And look at Maikelele's position as well. There is such little hope of Nico getting anything done here. And there we go. Kinguin get the round.
Yep. Dennis happened there. Getting those 2 entry kills and it was pretty much over with. When you're getting 2 entries rushing B like that, you're not supposed to lose the round. And Kinguin did not do that either. Locking it down in that 1-on-2 in the end in great manner, creating a crossfire. Just doesn't really give any opportunity for the CT to retake the bomb site.
Yeah, I like those smokes towards short as well. It really does isolate the bomb site and allows you just to focus on one area. But we can see now 2 AKs being bought. Fox is going to go straight at that lower ramp. Dignitas once again having discipline tonight. They're not forcing the second round like we normally see them do. They're actually going to get some Desert Eagles out. Can be very powerful on Mirage. But here comes the set piece from Kinguin. No messing around. Smokes go down. And they should be finding their way into the bomb site now. And aizy opens things up actually onto Maikelele.
Yeah, opens it up even though Molotov landed. They must have had a kind of guess that maybe that push would come in. But here come the return frags. And the terrorists actually losing some weapons. And taking more damage here from multiple angles. Scream down to 14, and also Rain's down to 24, but they have just about won the round.
That was Rain saving grace for Kinguin, actually. It was looking a little grim when they entered that bomb site. Him getting those 2 first kills, jumping into the site, really did wonders, and ultimately won the round for Kinguin.
So, going into round number 3 now. It's going to be, presumably, a full save here from Dignitas, but tonight we've seen some of those rounds go a little bit haywire. We can see the P250s have been bought. aizy has got the deagle once again. And this time a different approach from Kinguin. They're actually going to be getting that mid control very early on. aizy just having a little face-off connector, and then Fox opens up to Nico. Should be around. They should just completely run over Dignitas here, but Rain getting some information towards B as well.
Dennis also picks himself up the frag. It was MSL who was on the opposite side of the wall there, just outside of ramp. As the tapping comes in from the terrorists, trying to just spam away through the window. Going to be looking to maybe jump in there from Maikelele's perspective, which will make the CTs that much more vulnerable. But you can see all of the real estate that the terrorists have got here. They're onto the A site. This will be a planted bomb. Any second now, aizy just peeks out, gets himself the 1 dig before falling. But still, Kinguin in pole position here to pick up their 3rd round, surely.
Absolutely, you can see a little bit of a chance for some kills. Maikelele shuts it down with the Tech 9 there. Didn't really need to invest too much in that round. You would assume he's going to pick up the AWP. He actually doesn't, gets the AK out. So,
first real contest happens now. One of the most important rounds of this match, basically the first weapon round here. Dignitas need to show some aggression, some confidence when Kinguin's going to try and run it over them.
So this is the round after that discipline in the second round. They actually will have an AWP. Nico's going to be leading the charge on that one. You can see him there.
Very conservative approach as well. Nico not peeking middle all too much.
The thing is, look at all 5 players from the terrorists. They're going to be going for that B pistol strat once again, it seems. The smoke's down on short, and a simple pop flash coming in, and then utilising their aim here. This could work very nicely, actually. Kjærbye in a very similar position. This is almost a mirror of the pistol.
Great camera work there, just showing him back away to the site, trying to buy up enough time for the rest of Dignitas to get into close enough proximity. Him dying by himself does nothing for their team, but it looks to be going the way of Dignitas. 3 frags in quick succession. Just Fox has answered back. Kjærbye still alive. He has been the lone survivor for quite some time. And there is Nico to finish things off nicely. Good hold from Dignitas.
Look at that fast rotation from Kinguin. I mean, from Dignitas. aizy being on the site like 5 seconds into that situation taking place, and Kjærbye as well he took the smart move of just staying all the way back here behind the bench, just waiting for the terrorist to jump his way. And yeah, Kinguin really had nothing going for them. apart from that plant because of all the smokes.
I think there was a distinct lack of flashbangs there. It seemed like the CTs, although the smokes were great and they isolated a couple of the players, it seemed like it was too easy for the frags to come in. Nico, fantastic little no-scope there, actually finds 2 frags himself, so he's come to life all of a sudden. Very quiet in the first game here tonight, but we see Maikelele now has got the AWP. Nico in the window, and he's going to be waiting, holding that angle. We can see that it's going to be Maikelele actually in the palace this time, so he's not going to be showing too much mid-contention. He's going to see if he can work a pick there. Spots Nico actually, and will take him down with a headshot. That's a fantastic opening pick there for the Kinguin.
Yeah, Nico just staying out in the open a tiny bit too long there and does get himself picked off. So that gives the terrorists now a bit of breathing room through mid. You can see that they're completely exploiting this weakness. Nico moved out, originally from window because of the smokes. So it's like Kinguin trying to poke and probe and put Dignitas into a precarious position right now.
Yep, you see Kinguin pretty much letting go all of middle. They're playing 2 on A and 2 towards B. There's sort of 2 guys actually between the sides here. aizy is playing jungle. Pimp is also playing window outside of it. MSL getting that pick, equalizing the situation.
Nice little frag there from Dignitas. That now alleviates some of the pressure that was being applied directly from Kinguin, but they do just take it once more. aizy's been picked off. Now MSL could be completely crucial, and he gets shut down in shadow, which just makes this funneled into CT boxes. There is Dennis leaving Kjærbye by himself. He is on short, and that is going to be another round to Team Kinguin, and a very comfortable round in the end as well.
Yeah, disastrous situation. Dignitas picking up a round and losing the one after.
Nightmare.
Yeah, that's the nightmare situation when you're CT, but has to be pointed out, Fox, what a great round for him, getting those 2 picks, coming through connector, initiating that push from aizy for the 2 of his teammates, basically single-handedly winning that round for them.
Yeah, very decisive kills there. Getting up onto Sandwich, finding the kill in shadow as well. That opens up the bomb site completely. Left MSL in a very difficult situation. Retaking from CT spawns, always a difficult affair. People always going to be checking that area, ready for your face. And Kjærbye does survive. 3 players remaining for Kinguin as well. They save the AWP. Fox is going to pick that one up. You would assume he's going to hand it back over to Maikelele. He has, like we said, taken over that role as main AWP. And why not? Because if you remember, Maikelele actually opened up the fragging there. Nice little headshot, and that's what we're going to see right now. Bang! Straight there in the head. Goodbye.
Yep, and then Fox ultimately actually utilizing that gap that Maikelele was able to create, getting that first pick early.
So now we have the full eco, like we said. That's actually the gun as well. Kjærbye saved the rifle, and that gets taken down pretty quickly. They should be able to recover it, though. It did get taken down towards the window area, but no one picked it up yet. Now the terrorists know what's being presented to them. They can read the economy here. Players heading towards B. And it seems like they will be aware as to what's going on. Just trying to flush out any sort of positions the CTs could be hiding.
What's worrying me a tiny bit, though, in these rounds, as we're just seeing the eco bash come to fruition from Kinguin, is Nico, as soon as he gets smoked out of window, he's just like relocating onto the site, and that one smoke completely gives up mid from Dignitas. Like, there's no aggressive play. You said before, Natu, about controlling mid, trying to get picked, and they haven't done like that.
Yeah, that's when you see players like JW just jumping down the middle through that smoke and trying to take that play to the terrorists instead of falling back and playing the pace that the terrorists are trying to bring it to you. So, yeah, definitely a good point there. Nico is one of those guys who doesn't necessarily take those risks when he doesn't feel like he has to, when he probably should, actually.
Well then, that is round number 5 in favour of Kinguin. Dream start for them, winning the pistol. And then, like I said, this has in a little bit of a precarious situation. You see, MSL has got money to drop the AWP, but it's not going to. It seems like it's going to be a full rifle buy here. Nico going to be forced to go on the FAMAS as well. He actually opts for a Scout. Can be a powerful weapon. It can be used very viably towards the B apartments.
This is a mouse sports moment right now.
Yes, but I'm not sure they have the same caliber of Scout play that Chris J can present. But let's see how this one goes down now. Scout, like we said, towards middle. It'll be difficult to take down Maikelele here. She actually opts to fall back here and go to a more passive mindset.
Certainly the case, but again, look at Dignitas not really doing anything in mid, just allowing them to push right up through Kinguin. Already in 5 rounds. In really good shape, honestly, and they've been efficient rounds as well, right? It hasn't necessarily came down to the last couple of players. Typically, they've took sites, they've got kills, they've easily planted the bomb and then just taken it home from there. So, they are struggling.
Wow, Rain just spammed aizy through those that wooden towards the stairs, getting that first pick, but then MSL getting that one back.
Yeah, equalizing things up nicely, but the tower is still in pretty good shape. The only one downside, I suppose, is the bomb has been dropped just outside of the T-apps towards the spawn. So even if they did get a couple of quick frags here, it wouldn't be an instant bomb plant. And there is Pimp with the FAMAS and MSL as well. This is much better from Dignitas. It's giving them an opportunity now to maybe bounce back into this map. There we go. The pincer movement from Pimp is going to pick up a second frag, and now it's all on Scream. He has the time to do this, 25 seconds, but only a flashbang. So this next kill is absolutely vital. MSL peeks, spots him, will be calling it out to the rest of the players. Nice flashbang as well, keeps him in position just for a few more seconds. Scream's now moving over, gets flashed again. A hail of flashes towards him. Could not see a thing. He gets picked off. Good hold from Dignitas.
Yeah. Pimp doing a lot of work there, pushing short, getting a pick there in a crucial moment to connector, and then actually pushing into connector to seal the deal, basically making it a 1-on-3 for Scream, not able to make it happen there, and it's a 5-2 scoreline. Dignitas trying to get back into this game.
See Nico there burning alive. The scout not doing much for him. Difficult situation for him. He have a rifle this time, so no AWP or scout for the CT side. Actually, not going to be pushing up. I thought they'd be more aggressive this round. But 3 of the Ts heading to over B once again. The execute didn't work out too well for them before. You can see that great synergy between putting the incendiary and then going for the spam as well. Getting some reasonable damage off. Scream takes the brunt of it. And now, see, terrorists haven't really decided what's going on here. One player, maybe Dennis, holding towards A, just making sure no flanks and information can be ascertained from the CTs.
Yeah, Kinguin really just playing mind games right now with Dignitas, trying to keep them in position. And it's important as well, I feel, that they don't just keep going for mid all the time and get predictable. They are trying to keep the Dignitas side on their tiptoes and on the edge of their seats. That allows them to more efficiently go through mid, as we see MSL just peek right through. I think a flashbang was just beforehand as well, so good teamwork from Dignitas, and that opening pick is definitely going to give them a good chance here to fend off the onslaught once more. Here comes the push though. aizy's still behind the boxes, looking up towards Tetris. The Molotov will force him out of position, and he gets traded out. However, MSL still on top of balcony, is doing work. The terrorists have now been put down to just Maikelele with the AWP. He misses the close range shot, misses the second one, and MSL will put him down. They did lose 3 weapons in the process, though.
So MSL, absolutely huge play from him. He saw the positional advantage Kinguin had towards B. They peeled 2 CTs away there. They were fully set up for it, and then they lost a lot of information. They realized it went very quiet, and that's when MSL had to gain a kill. He flashed into lower ramp, found the player there, fell back, and managed to pick up 3 more as well. So he's had a quiet evening against Navi, but he seemed to have found some form here, and Dignitas finally break the economy of Kinguin as well. It's going to force him onto a quasi-buy here. They've got Tech 9s in hand, 1 Deagle on rain, but Scream has got the head armor as well.
Ooh, first frag as well coming to the way of Kinguin, so they now transition with the M4 into the hands of Rain, who was the player with the Deagle. And Dignitas did this a few times against Na'Vi as well. Rain just picked himself another frag.
Super cheeky boost, peeking into jungle area there. Rain getting the first 2 kills of the round.
Unbelievable. A round that Dignitas desperately needed to take, and take clearly as well. Kjærbye comes in, he gets traded out. It's all going the way of the terrorists. It's now all on MSL. And he must be scratching his head, wondering what the hell just happened to the rest of his team. He's been spotted, he's being sprayed down, does just about survive, but there's the avenging frag. And how the Kinguin not only win a round with like Tech 9s or Deagle, but win and keep 3 weapons as well.
Yeah, fair enough. Getting that first kill with Rain, you know, Deagle 1 shots. What are you going to do about that? But that second kill, they had a cheeky little boost. They did from the underground stairs above it to watch toward jungle area.
Well, the thing is, well, Kjaerbye forced to push B there. I think that was still a correct play, but this shot though.
Hello.
1 Deagle on that close range, and that angle is pretty impressive, but once again,
that's going to break economy for Dignitas.
Really has this time. Like, they've got not a lot to play with here. 3 Deagles and actually 2 USPs as well.
That's going to be the most heartbreaking way of losing your economy as well.
But it's not over yet. aizy does open it up, taking down Scream.
Ooh, another one as well. So maybe they're going to return the favor here. aizy with 2 1-taps. He's looking for a third. Pimp just peeks out of ladder, who's keeping Fox guessing right now, who's down to 18 HP, but they do get the trade back. But all of the terrorist players have been tagged. Fox down to 18, Rain's on about 55. This is doable from Dignitas. They have an AK in their hands as well. The question now is, how are Kinguin going to transport that bomb to the site? An extra smoke in mid will keep Nico at bay for now.
Right now they're just waiting for the CTs to make a mistake. They don't want to commit too much to this. They've got time to play with, so they're allowing the CTs to try and gain more info. It's holding angles. There it is though. MSL takes down Rain, and now they take the advantage. Definitely on the back foot, Kinguin now.
Definitely the case. Fox is going in first. He's taking point. You can see Kjærbye just peeks out, finishes him off. It's all on Maikelele once more. He was unable to clutch it last time. This time it's a much more difficult situation, and he gets picked off from Nico. What a round from Dignitas. So they lose the anti-eco and then win their own eco.
Yeah, 2 rounds in a row where Deagle is the decisive weapon. Aizy with those 2 big kills, obviously making it a little bit easier for Dignitas. But yeah, I mean, there we go.
I love that Deagle has made a comeback recently. In the last like 2 or 3 months, I think Guardian really brought it back. It seems like all the other players are starting to realise its potential, and it's great. It's obviously one of the weapons that stood out in other iterations, and it seems like in current certain situations it seems to be making a comeback. But here we go then, all 5 players for Kinguin, once again setting up for this B set piece here. Smokes go over, Molotovs drop, flash into the bomb site, and then try and make the entry frag. It's probably a good play to do considering the buy. They have 2 players on pistols.
Again, it's that man, Kjaerbye, who's waiting in the wings. He's going to open up, gets the flashbang, will get traded out instantly. Pimp is in a pretty good position here if he can just hold this. There's the first frag. He's looking for the second, jumps through the smoke and gets it as well. Huge plays by him. And now the rest of his team is coming in to fill in the blanks. It's all on Maikelele with the AK. Surely not. He's down to 22. And the bomb has been dropped on the site as well, as if his situation wasn't bad enough already.
I think that strategy is pretty good and it can really work, but what they really need to work on is their flash timing. Yeah. I mean, they're throwing a bunch of flashes, but it's like they need to have a certain rhythm for it to make sure that the first guy, when the first couple of guys come in, the CCs, if anyone's playing at this position where Pimp is right now or at the bench, are going to be blinded when they're jumping into the site.
It seems like he has the opportunity to get one, survive. The flashes come in and he's still alive.
Yep.
And the thing is as well, the smoke placement from Kinguin as well. It seems like they're running through their own smokes quite a lot there. The CT playing a bench had pretty much a field day, just waiting for the Ts to jump through their own smoke and actually get themselves into difficult situations.
I agree. That doesn't make sense at all. I mean, you should have a different route when you're smoking that off. That is a choke point that you don't want to get jumping through in a smoke.
Absolutely. The idea of smoke is to isolate certain areas of the map. I mean, the CTs, you're taking that away as a worry when you're running through it. You're almost taking that advantage away. But there we go. Dignitas with another strong hold there. Should be a big round. Let's have a quick look at the scoreboard here. Rain stepping up, 12 kills with him. Same for MSL. MSL are normally one of the quieter players, so it's good to see him having a very strong CT half here. The AWP back on Nico now. Looks like it's going to be an eco for the terrorist team, and they're going to make some presence toward middle. One player actually made it across to the boxes there. I'm not sure they're going to be aware. You can see him making his way to connector as well. That call will not be made. That's communication they haven't got.
Absolutely. And Dennis could even go all the way around the back. Oh, he gets spotted from aizy. I was going to say he could go all the way around the back of the side of window and potentially backstab Nico, but there's just strength in numbers in mid, and Fox does connect the shots. There's no flashes or anything out there for the terrorists. They're just like a raw on P250 headshot. They've got another one as well, and again the CTs are just dropping like flies. They have answered it back in the form of Pimp.
It's the bomb
but
as well.
Still, how are Dignitas even losing this many weapons in a round that should easily be theirs? Maikelele looking up on short. Scream has got the kill, and that's all on Kjærbye. And what can he do? He said before the bomb has been dropped. That's absolutely correct. So he's just going to be camping that for the time being. Scream's just trying to tap across, see if he can get a lucky headshot, I suppose. Trying to feel out the enemy. Did he just spot Kjærbye there?
Yeah, I think so.
Here comes the tag team partner of Scream into the mix. 30 seconds. Kjærbye decides he wants to try and play the aggressor. He doesn't want to leave this up to chance, so he backs away through short. The terrorists only have 23 seconds. They have to start going for this right now. They spot him and get the headshot. And Kinguin again, on a real awful buy, have themselves around.
If you have to pinpoint one mistake that was made from Dignitas, I think Nico made a huge mistake of peeking middle without being scoped in. Basically just showing himself the middle and got destroyed right after. I think the op even dropped down to middle. Maikelele got the op, and he actually got one of the kills as well. So that just escalated way too quickly.
Really back and forth game here as we go into 7-5. Dignitas has been broken once again. Kinguin maybe slightly running away with this one as it's another round. You have to favour them. As I say that, we have seen a lot of ecos going in favour the team.
It's been a weird first half, I would say.
Yeah, well, no frags exchanged just yet. CTs haven't pushed too far, just waiting for any sort of information they can gather before they make something. And then Scream, get that amazing shot to close out the last round. Gets the opening frag of this one.
Yeah, the last time that Kinguin managed to break the economy of Dignitas, they broke it straight back again. So I'm curious to see if we're going to see history repeat itself. MSL tries his best to, and there's Maikelele just jumping head first into Kjærbye. So he will be traded out, and Pimp and MSL are now your last two remaining Dignitas players. Kinguin shaping up for a really solid half on their T side right now. He's looking good. The spray control on point from Rain. MSL's the last player. He's on B. As soon as that information is called across, Kinguin like, okay, screw that. Let's just go on there and get this free plant. There's no point trying to compete with MSL. And I think he may even be top fragging for Dignitas as well. He's been playing pretty well so far.
He is. And he's the in-game leader as well. So yeah, he's had a lot of impact kills in this match so far. But I think it just hasn't been enough for Dignitas so far. They're obviously their star players like Nico hasn't really been showing any kind of form in this match like we were hoping to, especially CT side Mirage. You really want to have that dominant AWP player.
And now it looks like a very fast tactic going straight in A rush here. Can the CTs hold this one off? Lack of utility for them.
Well, the spray from, again, MSL was pretty much on point. Has he bought enough time for the rest of his team? The answer is no. Rain just comes in. Double frags for him. Another one as well. And he is just absolutely decimating Dignitas almost single-handedly. He goes in, super aggressive, Rambo mode through the smoke. He gets shut down. But those opening picks could have just won Kinguin another round here. Or maybe not. There is Pimp once more, shooting through the box onto screen. Decent positions from Kinguin. Maikelele goes for the 6 shot, not quite connecting, but at least he knows where one of these players are now. In actual fact, they're both over there, so it's going to be pretty much down to his teammate right now to try and fend this push off. And Fox is moving in. He sprang through the smoke, picks up the first frag. That should be enough to clear this round out. Kjærbye switches to a pistol, can't do the damage, and Maikelele wins.
That's why we have Rain on our Vulcan team, right, boys?
Absolutely. What can you do against that? It was a great read by Kinguin. They knew they had Dignitas on the ropes in terms of the economy. They wouldn't have the incendiaries or enough utility generally to actually hold them off. And these entry kills from Rain, this is why we have him, one of the world's best fraggers, clutchers, you name it, he can do it. And what an entrance that was onto the A bomb site. 3 headshots as well. Crazy. Stellar stuff from him. And look at the money now. Go to the last round for Dignitas. MP9s, FAMASs, shotguns, pistols. It's going to only go one way if Kinguin play their cards right.
Oh,
there it is. It finally comes. A jump shot works out for someone in CSGO.
Oh my. Ripping pepperonis.
Kjærbye is going to be feeling that tomorrow. He's got absolutely wrecked. And $900 odd well spent as well on Rain, by the way, guys. Good job on the Vulcan thing. Absolutely ridiculous. MP9 in the hands of Pimp. And a Max 7 as well is not enough. Now there's Rain again, once more on point. This is shaping up to be a 10-5 half. It's all on Pimp now with the aforementioned SMG. He has picked up the first frag, but the bomb's been planted. And this is definitely not where this SMG excels at long range. And there is Rain once more. 10-5 to Kinguin.
Yeah, another blissful half for Dignitas. It's not looking good at all. I mean, this is one of those situations where, you know, we know Danish teams are pretty famous for roster shuffles, and it's coming down to a point where I think you can assume people are starting to think to themselves, this is not working.
The problem for me there, we talk about a lot of mid pushes and all that sort of thing for CT sides, and we didn't see any of that, did we? It was very static play from them, which can work obviously, but I'd like to see them mixing it up and actually presenting more pressure to Kinguin instead of allowing them to do executions.
It feels like they're giving up all the time.
Because like there were so many set pieces towards B, they put all 5 players towards, and they're not having any middle presence. If you don't see anything middle, you should be probably trying to gain info and at least get a call off. But here we go then.
3 smokes and 3 sets of nades for Dignitas into this round. Let's see what they do.
They're throwing some of them over right now, up in mid.
Yeah, they're smoking up jungles. I think connectors split up in here.
I'm not sure. Was that smoke supposed to be for window? Because I think it just narrowly missed out from the T's, that allowing the USP to just tap across. And as Natu said, the smoke lands on jungle. That's going to force Scream into a precarious position, but that pop flash absolutely destroys.
What's going on?
He can't see anything. He finally goes down. You could have cued the Benny Hill music there.
What are we watching? Honestly.
But still, a 3-on-3. 2 of the terrorists are very low. Make that just one of them. Make that in actual fact a 3-on-1 now. Last player is going to be moving himself potentially into window. It is Pimp. The bomb's been dropped on the site. He still has time to play with, so he can maybe try and mind game the CTs. But honestly, all the King would have to do right now is just camp the bomb, and like this round is theirs.
That was like most Overwatch that I do when I watch it.
Well, Maikelele is going to be the first CT to fall there. Like you said, didn't really have to do anything in that round. As long as they had honest crossfires, it should have been absolutely fine there. Pimp does find an entrance now. He has got time to play as well, 20 seconds, but Dennis having an absolute beast of around there. Taking him down, was it all 5? No, 4 of them. So
4, yeah.
Lovely stuff.
What was weird there, I mean, obviously Dignitas executed that split to a perfection, and then they got up on Connector and everything, but then they got stuck waiting for those people that were in jungle instead of trying to get control of the CT spawn and making it harder from that angle from Kinguin, and stalling themselves way too much. Just another distinction of a lack of confidence to me. It just showed, like, seems like they just don't have any decisiveness in their pushes.
I feel that's the key storyline tonight. It's just a complete lack of confidence with Dignitas.
Well, seems like that confidence is going to be coming back. It shows a heavy presence towards Connector now. They have been spotted. The CTs are going to be aware of this. Fox taking down Nico there, and it seems like a flurry of frags coming in for the CTs. Kjaerbye is going to be the last man remaining now. He's just going to be camping towards the short area, though, with the bomb in hand. I think the idea was get the attention on A and get a cheeky plant down, but that's not going to happen now. Maikelele should finish this one off. Hasn't got the best weapon for the job here, but there he goes. Job done.
Yeah, and to be honest, even if he doesn't get that frag, he's got like CTs pouring out the woodwork from kitchen as well. So there's pretty much no chance that bomb plant was going down, as you say, Henry. And well, there you go. Dignitas now with a 7-round deficit.
Yep. When you think about Kinguin as a team, it's probably a team you'll assume to be really good at CT side, but the T side would be the one that they're lacking at. But sitting at 10 rounds from the T side, this is gonna be a tough night for Dignitas.
Maikelele, even though he knows it's a full eco, he's going to go into the underpass area. This could be brutal. All 5 terrorists heading towards B. This is a snake in the grass, boys, and he's coming behind you.
Yep. There's the Maikelele in the pit.
Oh, he's coming in. There's the first frag, looking for the second one as well. Hasn't been able to connect it. Going for the jump shots as finally gets the frag, but will be put down from Pimp. Meanwhile, though, I think that was Dennis takes the opportunity to push through apps. Nico still alive somehow with the P90 the bomb. No longer, however, and that is the 13th round for Kinguin.
So this is the last chance, really, that Dignitas has of coming up to this match. Let's see what they throw at us, especially what Kinguin does on their CT side.
Well, they've got so much room to breathe with here. They're saving the Famouses and the P90s, which suggests they can do something a little bit aggressive, catch the Ts off guard, perhaps.
This is the point when you really apply a lot of pressure.
That's what we do, You can see Fox actually going to be taking the AWP here, middle. 3 players with T at the top. Going to be gaining that mid control now.
Yeah, Fox is constantly peeking this as well. The smokes are more covering off short than the window itself. And Maikelele's using that Smoker's Sanctuary, just spamming on through. Has been quite a bit of damage done to Nico. Down to around 30, I think that is. And meanwhile, the terrorists are making a move, getting real estate up mid and short, but that really is only half the battle. Look at Maikelele's position here. He's in prime position to strike. The flashbang comes through, moves his way out, does get picked off from MSL, so maybe Dignitas can somewhat pull this one back. It's not looking good, is it? There's the taps coming through. Kinguin with 2 quick-fire frags, courtesy of Dennis. Will leave us in a 2v3. Dennis has spotted himself another player. Does heavy damage, inflicts so much hurt onto Pimp. He's down to 14. He actually drops down onto the site as well, but the bomb's been dropped. Meanwhile, here comes Scream and Dennis both chiming in with frags. And maybe this last lifeline is starting to circle the drain somewhat from Dignitas. Kjaerbye, what can you do from mid?
He's stuck in his horrible position in the window as well. Not really much he could do there. And it's going to be a simple frag to finish it off a Scream. And now, what are you going to do in this situation? 1 point away from dropping out of this last chance qualifier. Just having to force buy into this one.
I felt like Dignitas had the opportunities here. They got the first kill, I think, even. They got that connector control that they always seem to be striving for, and then tried to push short, and that's when everything fell apart, basically.
Goes without saying, this round is huge. Fox once again showing a lot of presence in middle. 4 players from the T's going to be showing themselves. Fox takes down Nico. Pimp answers back though, and aizy actually taking down Maikelele as well.
Good spray coming through as well from Rain, though. Will stop Dignitas from pushing through there. Did get a frag through the smoke. I think that was a headshot onto Kjærbye, which will put Dignitas in an advantageous position for now. Pimp rushes on through with the Tech 9, claims himself a frag. It's all down to Fox. The guy is capable of pulling these plays off, but he's only down to 38 HP. And there's no rush either. I mean, he could pretty much just pull back and save the AWP. And they've got so many rounds to play with. What's the point in throwing this away?
Exactly. They have so much room to work with. Dignitas just throwing a desperation run there. Just trying to wreck and run with the Tech 9s, which obviously is a viable option and how the CSGO meta right now works. And that's Dignitas picking up their 6th round, which seems to be like a... Yeah, probably they're just another example of trying to postponed it inevitable.
Yep, I would have to agree. Obviously, they're not out of this yet. Still, like everything to play for. They need to make sure they can stay in this. This is the last chance saloon for them in more ways than one. If you don't win this game, you are out. You are not going to the LAN final. So they need to keep holding on. They need to stay positive, take round by round, and make sure they can concentrate on the greater goal here. Still, not out of the realms of possibility. You know, this is their home map, and they should be stepping up at it. Look at this mid-aggression. That's what we're talking about. We didn't see this from Dignitas. Scream just he's running straight up middle, and it seems like a set piece coming in straight away from the terrorist side. Pimp is the frag, and Kjaerbye joins in as well.
Even though they do die, they got so much information there and a kind of mixed bag of weaponry from Kinguin. That being said, though, Pimp is low. Dennis has picked himself up a frag. He really has started to show up to this game the last few rounds as well. He's been putting so many shots down range and putting bullets on faces. Bomb has been planted, meanwhile, though, from Dignitas. You can see the overview of the map right now. The positions are pretty solid from them as well. So this should be a clear-cut round and their 7th round on the board. Again, though, that would still require them to get another 7 rounds in a row to just take us even. Too tall an order? I'm probably going with yes.
I would say, like, if you're talking purely objectively, then yes, it's going to be too much.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, it's not unheard of, obviously, on this map, but I think how these rounds have shaped up so far, I think Kinguin's been getting too much room with frags, and the rounds have been too close, except for that one maybe, that it is probably eventually going to end with Kinguin winning it.
Well, then let's have a look at the scoreboard here. We can see Dennis, 22 frags for him. Rain chipping in as well with 20. And MSL, talked about having a very good first half. Hasn't really lit the squad up too much on the second half here, but once again, Dignitas expending all 5 players towards the A side of the map. And so they'll be going for that very fast set execution with the smokes as well.
Aggressive push up from the CTs as well, just trying to hold off onto balcony and shadow double stack it. It was a good opening pick from Kjærbye. He could go for a second one as well. He does land it. This is much better from Dignitas. Very aggressive, confident play. And they are going to reap the rewards as well. And this is already pretty much just round over.
Yep. Well, obviously, save from Kinguin, so you would expect Dignitas to pick it up as well. But hey, the little difference from previously what we've seen Dignitas running that strat is that this time they actually waited for the smokes to land before they went for the attack. Because I guess they're aware at this point that a lot of teams are aware of the way they like to do that strat. So just a bit of a niche detail there that I noticed.
Well, we have got an AWP. Fox is going to be ruling that one. It was a little bit of a force by that from Kinguin. I want to save this. I don't think it's going to happen. As MSL is hungry for blood, chasing him down. Actually won't catch him. I think they may just do Kjærbye. He's going to come in the back there and actually manages to get the last second headshot there, taking down the AWP. And that's going to be pretty massive considering the money isn't great in the CT camp there. No one will be actually able to afford the AWP going into this round. So that's a great kill to close that one off. Another very confident round for Dignitas there. And this is when you get to this stage of the game and you know you're so far gone. All of a sudden you lose that pressure and the feeling of actually having to stay into it. And you just think, okay, let's just run, play our own game and see what we can do with this. Fox not going to have that AWP now. So potentially another round on the board here. Damage coming in middle, but MSL does make it to the mid box. We'll be smoking off the window now.
Yeah, I was going to say that the smart play here from Dignitas surely is to go for mid again because they know there's no AWP on the side of the CTs.
Yep, and at the same time, it's really important for Kinguin to apply the pressure and play that middle as aggressively as they have and not start falling back too much.
Going for the early aggression here at Dignitas. Smoking connector is going to stop their push, but also stops the CTs from getting valuable information. And that bomb just kind of lurking around mid. So mid control has been resumed from Dignitas, but now they're going to get caught here as Fox just catches MSL kind of darting around looking for a potential pick, but Dignitas do bounce back incredibly strong. I thought that round could potentially be over just off that mistake. But as it stands, it's a 2-on-2 now.
Yeah, what a peek from Pimp there as well. A lot of weird things happening in this round.
Very strange. Nico going in, though, with the flashbang, gets the frag. And with this bomb planted, that gives Dignitas such a good position. Maikelele in connector. And the funds on the CTs after that previous buy is not going to be great. So he's going to be looking to save the M4. And suddenly, you know, Dignitas aren't too far away.
This is the point where I would take a timeout if I'm Kinguin. Try to just take that momentum away from Dignitas. They are starting to get on a roll here.
Well then.
But still
a long way to go for Dignitas, obviously, but I think Kinguin, let's have a look at their money now. You can see they're actually on a pretty dire situation. They have to save 1 M4. I hope they don't force into this and actually make the situation worse for themselves.
That'd be horrible.
Essentially getting some P250s. They have got Maikelele with the M4, so I guess sending him towards B, trying to get an early pick in the B apartment, something like that. Maybe send him a middle again and just see what they can do there. But pretty convincing round so far from dignitas. A lot more confident going into the bomb sites and showing some individual skill as well. You can see Rain has invested into the round slightly. He's got the 5-7 in armor. And it seems like 4 members of dignitas now. They're aware of the economic situation. We'll be going over a very similar B play. Let's see how they approach their smokes and whether they utilize the same choke points.
See here that Maikelele is completely by himself. He's got the 1 assault rifle in the hands of the CTs, and he has picked himself up 2 frags all by himself. It's a solo effort. He's still alive and kicking. He's very low. Finally gets put down, but valiant attempt there from Maikelele. I thought maybe he's bought up enough time for the CTs to get round the back and do significant damage. That's not the case. The bomb has been planted. And this is going to be dignitas on their 10th round. And, well, the comeback hasn't quite been completed just yet, but it's definitely getting towards that stage now.
Well, Maikelele did everything he could on that bomb, so we said that M4 would have to pay dividends. Picking up 2 frags there, so not bad at all, but never not going to be enough there. Now dignitas make it to double figures. It seems like there's a glimmer of hope at least. The rounds have been very convincing, and Kinguin can't seem to find some footing here. Nice work from Maikelele there, to be fair.
Yeah.
Good entrance frags, but not going to be enough.
I think Kinguin should switch it up a bit. Maybe try to get a pick from A Palace, P House, or something like that. Try to get an early kill and make a statement to dignitas that we're still here fighting for this.
Fox has got that AWP once again. He's going to be taken down though. Nico coming to life in this second half. He gets the AWP advantage there. He's now got control. CT's actually pushing offshore. Maikelele spraying through the smoke, taking down aizy there, neutralizing the situation.
Nice job of keeping Kinguin just about in this round. Although again, as we said before, these even trades will favour dignitas, especially as they will be picking up confidence now, getting these rounds consecutively. And maybe Kinguin going to start to doubt themselves somewhat. MSL again just opting to get into connector. I noticed the terrorists are often getting into connector as well. They're getting into that position a lot, which definitely will keep the CTs guessing. So, in the meanwhile, MSL can just bide his time and wait here until the rest of his team comes through ramp and potentially executes onto this site, then have a quick cheeky peek towards Shadow or potentially jungle. He's now pushing straight through. Oh, he gets traded out from screen. That could be absolutely curtains for dignitas. If he lands that frag, it should be their round. As it stands, though, both dignitas players are locked into position, and Kinguin get their 15th round on the board finally.
Comes. This is obviously the danger zone for dignitas now. They need to do 5 rounds straight in a row, lose that little bit of comfort they had, and Kinguin finally finding one. Been a long time coming, but they've managed to do it. And now we can have a look at the buy. Fox once again got taken down by Nico last round, but he will be picking up the AWP once again. Nico probably looking to challenge that as well. You can see 3 players from the terrorists heading towards mid. Could have been deploying that smoke. Scream fancies his chances here. They actually be facing from connector. There's going to be a lot of mid presence from the CTs here. 2 players on short. Connector players as well. They're going to be going for a face. They want to get that initial pick we talked about and then potentially falling back.
Maikelele's consistently tried to do this, going up short, getting the cheeky spray downs through smoke. This time he will get caught. And I can understand getting the information, but maybe a bit predictable. He's done that 4 or 5 rounds in a row now. Oh, dignitas with the opening picks again, and that's completely opened up the B side. Just the 1 player in kitchen who's coming round. I don't think there's a great deal that Kinguin can do about this round. I mean, do they have half a mind, do you think, just to save these weapons again? Just like give
At
this up?
this point, they should.
Yeah, as
obviously.
soon as the bomb goes down, that's it.
3 and 5, bomb is down. Get away, clear it, clear the premises.
That's the thing.
Save the weapons.
They're going to be going into the next round $1,400 each, so saving the guns is definitely the option they want to go on. They don't want to go in with absolutely nothing. So this time, at least, if they can save 2 rifles and
they can drop
AWPs, they can drop some guns, and they have a much better chance. Look, they've still got 5 rounds to go. There's no point going all in here and causing yourself more of a deficit that's already been incurred. So MSL's aware of this situation. We'll be going for the push here, trying to find what he can in terms of CT. Scream takes him down. And it looks like the 3 remaining Kinguin players will survive there. And obviously, we're going to round number 27 now. And dignitas are in touching distance at least. They've got 4 to go. But like we said, just take each round as it comes and make sure you're just concentrating on that goal and not looking towards the bigger picture here. So just checking with the scoreboard again. Seems like Rain and Dennis haven't had too much impact since we last looked at the scoreboard. Actually, a pretty quiet affair for them. But Dignitas, all 5 players going towards A, and you have to assume that set piece coming in once more. This could be a good play. They know the economy is pretty wrecked.
Rain could be a huge player in this round as well. He's pushed up.
Using that smoke to his advantage. Going to be pop flashing, pushing on through here. There's players left, right, and center. He doesn't get any of them. aizy, was that while flashbanging? I'm not entirely sure. I didn't see from his perspective, but still, that was a crucial frag that comes through. And now Kinguin have got themselves back a frag at least. But there is aizy once more. And it's all on Dennis. He has been pretty prolific this game, but he gets shut down as well. Maikelele from the CT box is going to follow suit. It's all on Fox. This is going to be such a tough ask from him. He can see where the bomb is, and he's landed the first shot. This is now doable. 55 seconds. Flash is going to force him out of position and allow Dignitas to get this bomb planted. They know exactly where he is. There's no threat from CT spawn side. Fox has a grenade, a flash, and also a smoke. The grenade is behind the wrong boxes, so it's not really going to do anything to Dignitas. Up on the stairs now, looking for a head to try and pick off the shoulders of one of these players. Relocating back towards jungle right now. He's trying to tap across through those boxes. He gets caught and gets put down. And Dignitas win yet another round, and Natu does not look happy.
Just another example of how small margins just change it around there. Rain trying to go in with that pop flash. Had he been able to get 2 kills, it would have been a completely different scenario. Obviously, that horribly just backfired on him. And Dignitas taking those very important first picks, taking over that bomb site. Fox not able to clutch that 1-on-2, and Kinguin in another save round here in 12-15. Team Kinguin.
Yeah, Rain potentially having too many options on his screen, couldn't decide who to kill there, ended up absolutely nothing. But like you said, we go into round number 28 now, full eco, 14 Kinguin. They've got a few 50s, but this is a round you have to assume is going one way only. And it seems like Dignitas finally have found some form here. They're looking pretty formidable on this T side. Very strong executes there, great team play getting onto the bomb side, going frag for frag, and making sure every death is replied with a counter as well. So, 2 players remaining now for Kinguin. Really much going to come from this round, I don't think. They've got a USP there, and a player just hoping he can do something. And I think the remaining guy will be towards Palace. It's going to be Scream. I'm sure he'll be dealt with momentarily.
Pretty sure he maybe just wants to try and catch a player and pick the weapon up and save it next round. It's really all he's got going for him right now.
At least we're getting that really tight scoreline here.
Yeah, it's been a very strange game though. Yeah. You're thinking like Kinguin have this easy in the bag.
Nope. They did. We thought it was just a formality at this stage. We thought it was getting back into it. I said, oh, at least it's not
14. What was it? 14-8, right? So it's similar. What Fnatic came back from against Envy at the major final.
Dust 2, right? Yeah, that was actually very true. So another bye for Kinguin, but this round, I lose this one. Obviously, it gets very scary at that point. We're going to have very little money going into the next one, and I'm believing. I think Dignitas are looking pretty sharp right now.
I can see how this works. They're going to win this round, and then Kinguin is going to clutch it with like 4 scouts.
Once again, that full execute coming in, and now Kinguin showing a lot of presence towards middle. This could be perfect from Dig. If they can do this execute fast enough, they're actually going to have an almost empty bomb site to come into. Rain taking down Kjærbye though.
That was a huge impact kill from Rain there to just fend off the push, allow the CTs to get into close enough proximity to strike. And here we go. This could be Dignitas circling the drain right now. The last 2 players are extremely low. Here comes Fox for 1 and 2. And the comeback, although
Rain
nicely done, is not quite enough.
Even though he only got 1 kill that round, I think. Still, that was the biggest kill.